My topic is smart grids and decarbonizing the power sector. We have these two objectives. The first one I'll call the 2020 target, which broadly is that the number of power systems, most of the countries in Europe and a number of the states in the USA are looking for 35% of electrical energy from renewables by about that time. And then we have the second, even more challenging objective, which is to decarbonize the power sector to contribute to this 80% greenhouse gas reduction based on 1990 levels. I think it is very clear that by 2020, which is only 11 years away, we must use established technology. So here we are looking at a massive increase of both onshore and offshore wind, with a modest increase in tidal stream, which was the subject of last week's seminar, some small hydro, and some biomass. There are interesting technical innovations, but we've only got 11 years to achieve this. So the immediate problem on which people are working really quite hard is how to change the administrative arrangements and the rules to make better use of the assets we have got. We've got large central generating plants generating and then putting the power up onto a high voltage network up to 765 kV in the US, and then shipping that round, but generally regionally. The other kind of key feature which the smart grid concept is challenging is that there is essentially no involvement of the customer in this process. The first question, which is not at all clear to me, is how are smart meters to be used? Do we want to use them for demand reduction, for energy demand reduction? Do we want to use them for frequency control? Do we want to use them for reserve? Do we want to use them for peak shifting? What is their function? We have this particular issue of the millions of small generators and controllable loads, and how are we going to aggregate them? A third interesting question, which takes us beyond the particularly engineering area, is how to communicate to domestic customers to actually engage them actively in demand-side participation. What level of information do they want? What level of information are they going to respond to?